Yes, mate, how's it going? My name's Lee, and today we're going to go for my team selection for game week 31. So stick around to hear my thoughts on the team. If it's the kind of thing you're into, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like and leave a comment down below. Anyway, let's rock and roll. Right, mate, so first up we've got the goalkeeper and the defence. I've split it 50-50. I'm going to go Brentford up against Wolves away and Newcastle away to Villa. I think they're both semi-decent games. I could have gone triple Newcastle defence. But you see, what you'll see later on the reason why I've kind of split it in two. Wolves have kind of lost their way a little bit. They're not scoring as many goals as they first did. I still think he's a good manager, Lopetegui, and he's doing a great job. But I think Brentford might pull through it. They got beat by United a few games ago and they didn't look great. I think they'll do okay. I'm not too confident of a clean sheet from either side. I've got Stupin on the bench, and obviously I've got the two United boys that are both injured. I just don't see. I'm not convinced of a Brighton clean sheet either. But maybe I go with Stupin on for his attacking returns and get rid of Ben Mee or Botman, but they're all away, which isn't ideal. I'm basically kind of hoping for either save points, bonus points. So I don't think there's clean sheets in there for many teams this week. I think it's going to be quite like 1-1s all over the place. Not much to add really. David Raya, solid goalkeeper. Ben Mee, he chips in with the odd goal. Van Botman hasn't scored this season. Is he overdue one? And Trips is like the monster that he is. If he's fit, he plays, and if you've got him in your team, you play him. Regardless of fixture, even if it's away to City, you play him because there's always a chance he can get an assist or a goal or whatever. Not too happy with my defence. Obviously, there's not a lot I can do with. I mean, this is the reason why I bought Luke Shaw, because he's going to come in. He was up against Forest. Just one of those things. Like I probably would have gone Luke Shaw instead of Botman, and then I've spread the risk around, whereas I'm splitting it 50-50 between two teams, and that's the reason why I've not gone Pope over David Raya. If I go Pope, it cancels out the clean sheet with one goal. Obviously, Villa have got Ollie Watkins, who's in the form of his life. Don't know, mate. Don't know. Tough one. Not too off in my defence, but we move. Onto the midfield, Bruno. With Rashford being out, I think he'll play a lot higher. I think he'll be the main focus of creativity and goal scoring. I think we'll see the Bruno from a couple of years ago, busting into the box, shooting, creating. Hopefully Martial plays up front. And I don't even mind Weghorst up against Forest, actually. It might be quite a nice foil to kind of for Bruno to play off. I think Sancho on the left, Ante on the right, Bruno there, Casemiro's obviously back, which is huge for United. I think he'll be the main man for the next few weeks. He's a beast. Love him. I'm sure opposition fans hate him. Love the bloke. Away to Forest. Forest are just done, mate. Like, I know Forest are playing at home here, and they're not bad at home. I just think they've lost the Reds, mate. I think we'll crush them. I don't think it'll be a highly scoring game. I think we'll dominate the ball. I'm gonna go for a cheeky 2-0 win. 2-0 win, and Bruno to be involved, which I'd love. Because Rashford is out, I'm forced to play McAllister. My transfer this week, I'm 99% Maddison to Grealish, that you can see on the right hand side there. Maddison I'm done with. Zaha Troll 2.0, done with him, mate. Can't be bothered anymore. Grealish comes in nice and easy, and even if Grealish doesn't play, at least I've got Supernads coming off the bench as well. So is that, because the Grealish transfer isn't necessary for this week, even though it would be great if he played. It's for game week 34, which I've got a video that I'll leave somewhere here. I don't know which way I'm pointing. So please do check out my other video, which is kind of discussing whether you should sell Marcus Rashford and how you can kind of like how you should be planning your transfers, and you should be focusing around game week 34. All your transfers should be geared towards getting the optimal team for game week 34. So do keep that in mind. Brighton boys up against Chelsea. Chelsea still don't look right to me, mate. Like, they still don't look right, and I think McAllister and Matoma can take advantage of that. Lampard's not a great manager. He's probably a bit more gung ho, a bit more attacking than the other managers that they've had this season. But I still think Brighton can expose that, especially down the flanks, which I still think they're slightly weak. McAllister's on pens. Not a great midfield again, and that's the reason why I'm looking at transferring out Maddison. I think I need some injection of quality somewhere, and Jack the lad, Jackie boy, Jackie Grealish might be the man to kind of come in and do it. I'm just going to throw it out there, by the way. If Grealish went to United for 100 mil, he would be getting absolutely slammed. He's not got, like, he gets a bit of stick, but he's not had a lot of stick considering he was 100 mil, and he's been shocking for 18 months or so. Puts in 2 or 3 good games and people think he's all well and good. I think Anthony's done well this year, and he'll get a lot of stick because people don't watch United games. Like, the way we play when Anthony plays, there's a lot more balance there. He controls it well, and he's still been involved in the goals. I think he's got 7 or 8 goals, a couple of assists. I think he's done well, mate. He's 22, but he's not English, mate, and he don't play for United, so nobody cares. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is how, like you look at the way when players join United, or they join Liverpool, or they join Arsenal. Pepe got slammed. Nunes, who's having a decent season, gets absolutely battered. But Grealish does nothing for 18 months and gets away with it. £100 million player right there, mate. That's all I'm going to say. I rate him. I think he's class. But I think United Liverpool pay 100 mil for that player when he doesn't perform for 18 months, and they're getting absolutely ridiculed. Sound of a big club, that's all I'm saying. Yeah, little slide jabs, because that's all we've got right now, innit? Moving on. Last but not least, we've got the heavy hitters, and my only 3 players that are playing at home this week. Watkins on penalties, and this is the reason why I don't have Pope in goal. Spreading the risk. I don't like playing defenders up against attackers. I am still tempted to play a Superman over Botman, so I've only got the 1 up against Watkins because I can see Watkins scoring, and he's on pens, and I don't like it. Villa in great form, Newcastle in great form. I think it'll be a good game. I think it'll be a tight game as well. But I think both teams will score, and maybe that's a sign for me to get rid of Botman and put a Superman in, or take a hit and bring a defender in. But I just don't see the value in that right now. Haaland's back, mate. Absolute beasting and feasting last week. Decent against Bayern again last night. Got an assist with a little cheeky cutback, his little cutback cross, which was really nice. Same again on pens, which is the same as Watkins and Kane. All on pens, all talismanic, everything focuses through them. If either of those teams score, then 75% usually involved. Really happy with the picks. He's a monster. Easy captain number 1 for me. Kane probably second, and then take your pick out the rest. I don't think there's many besides those 2. Actually, nah. I think the Arsenal boys are decent. If you haven't got Haaland or Kane, I don't think Saka, Martinelli are decent. Are decent captain options away to West Ham. West Ham are a mess. I think they're fine. Harry Kane up against Bournemouth. Like, we all know his record up against newly promoted sides. It's something like 42 games, 45 goals, or something like that. He historically does well against newly promoted sides, usually at home as well. I think that'll be the same. I don't expect a big haul from Harry Kane, but I think he'll get some kind of returns, because that's what he does. And this is the thing with Harry Kane, like, and this is why he's such a hard sell. Even with the tough run that they got up, coming up against United and Liverpool, Brighton are in there somewhere as well. So they've got some really tough games, but Kane's still going to score, mate, because that's what he does. So don't think he's gonna do nothing from now to the end of the season. Like, he's still going to be involved. And if you are thinking of selling him, which I am also thinking of selling him, do bear it in mind that he will score goals. And maybe keeping him is the differential pick, but then that stops you getting the likes of Salah, KDB, blah blah blah. The only part of my team that I'm happy with is the forward line. And it's the forward line that everybody's got. Haaland's going to be very heavily captained this week. Effective ownership's probably going to be something like 160, 170%. I think the other 2 will be very heavily owned. So there's not much gains to be made. Overall, not too happy with my team. Grealish comes in, and I'm not even sure if he starts, but he's the one that I want from City. I don't think Gundo Although I like him, I think he's a great option. I'm not convinced of his minutes. He could get dropped any moment, and that's what pushes more towards Grealish. Anyway, what do you think about my team? Let me know down below. So mates, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. So today we went through my team selection for game week 31, and yeah, mate, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Looking like Maddison out for Grealish, and the same forward line that everyone else has got. One of those weeks. I don't think it's going to be a highly scoring week. I don't think there's going to be a lot of disparity between scores. This is probably a good week to have a bad week. And embrace it, mate. Embrace it. Take the highs with the lows. Anyway, if you enjoyed today's video, please do subscribe. Leave a like, leave a comment down below. All the usual jazz. Peace and love. Have a good day.